Hello all, myself Dr. Shanti Verma. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss e-commerce website scaling for subject electronic commerce. Let's first discuss the learning objective of this session. At the end of this session, you are able to understand about following points for e-commerce website. First is a scaling and the types of scaling, tools to improve the architecture, tools of interactive and active contents, personalization tools and information policy sets. Let's first discuss the scaling your site to meet the demand. Basically, there are three types of scalings are performed for e-commerce website to meet the demand. First is a vertical scaling. In vertical scaling, you have to increase your processing supply by improving your hardware but maintaining the physical footprint and the number of servers. Next is a horizontal scaling. In horizontal scaling, you have to increase your processing supply by adding servers and increasing your physical facility. Next is the improving processing architecture. It involves improve your processing supply by identifying operations with similar workloads and using dedicated tuned servers for each type of load. Let's first discuss the vertical scaling. In the vertical scaling, you have to, in this figure, you can see that you have to make the hardware structure vertically scaled with processors. In this figure, you can see that this is a first processor that that capacity is a 512 MB RAM and this is only one CPU. So you have to vertical scale this CPU into two CPUs and for 2 GB RAM. Next, you have to again vertically scale this CPUs for 14 CPUs and 228 GB RAM. So if your demand increases, you can vertical scale your CPUs. In this vertical scaling, you have to add the different capacity CPUs to meet the demand of the e-commerce website. In the horizontal scaling, you have to make a horizontal architecture to add the servers. In this figure, you can see that this is a internet, and the internet is first connected with a router, and in the router is connected with the three different servers, that is the IIS servers, and this is a commerce server. Now, for connecting this with the LDAP server or the SQL server, you have to again need one router, that is a Cisco router. Then connect these servers, IIS servers, with the LDAP server 1, LDAP server 2, and the for the SQL server, SQL Commerce server. Now again, if you need and your server not meet the demand of the e-commerce website, you can again expand your server system into a horizontal form, like a SQL server root, SQL server membership partition, and there are you can add n number of SQL server partitions to meet the demand of the e-commerce website. The next scaling is improving the processing architecture of your site. In the processing architecture, you have to improve the and meet the demand of the e-commerce website by separating the static content from the dynamic content, cache static content, cache database lookup tables, consolidate business logic on the dedicated servers, optimize your ASP codes, or optimize the database schemas. So these are the different ways to improve the architecture for the e-commerce website. Now let's discuss the tools for making your content active. First is using a common gateway interface. A set of standards for communication between a browser and a program is running on a server that allows for the interaction between the user and the server. So active server pages are proprietary software development tools that enables the programmers using the Microsoft ISS package and building dynamic web pages. The next one tool is a Java. You know that Java is a programming language that allows the programmers to create an interactive and the active content on the client machine. Basically, you can use Java server pages. You can use a CGI and ASP for web page coding. You can use a dynamic JavaScript. You can use a HTML to handle the interaction between the pages and the browser. The next tool is ActiveX. This is a programming language created by the Microsoft to complete the Java. Next is the VB script, programming language invented by the Microsoft to complete the JavaScript. The next is the Cold Fusion, an integrated server-side environment for developing interactive web applications. Now let's discuss personalization tools. Personalization is the ability to treat customer based on their personal qualities and the prior history on your website. There are various types of personalization tools available. Next is the customization. It is the ability to change the product to better fit the needs of the customer. Now let's discuss some information privacy policy set. Privacy policy is a set of the public statements declaring your customers how you treat their personal information that you gather on the website. Next is the accessibility rule, a set of design objectives that ensure disabled user can effectively access your website. Next, financial reporting policies. It is a statement declaring how you will account for revenues and cost at your website. In this lecture, we will discuss the e-commerce website scaling and some policy sets and some tips for e-commerce content, active content designing. This is the assignment. Please look. For more learning, you can refer these references. Thank you.